I'm just going to quickly go over how to add a Uniswap widget into your site if you're interested. And then afterwards, it should be very quick and simple. And then afterwards, if you have any questions about how to integrate Uniswap or how to use any of our other APIs, I'm happy to answer them or to just go over a few of the docs to show you where to look for answers. Yes. Is this better? Yeah? Okay. Okay, so to make integration with Uniswap really easy, Uniswap exposes a big chunk of the swap API in a widget. So the widget is just for swapping. It's not for LPing. You can find the repo at github.com/uniswap/widgets, and it's also on NPM. There's initial instructions for using it right here in the repo, as well as a branch to use it on Create React App and Next.js. It is a React component. And then just to show you how simple it is, this is a Create React App. I'm just grabbing the window.ethereum object if it exists, initializing it. Initializing it with ethers, passing it into the app. And then it's really just one line, swap widget with the provider. You can add a bunch of other parameters to it. You can give it a default token to start on. You can use it as a controlled component instead of an uncontrolled component, where you would be able to listen to events, like when a token changed, and then update the token appropriately. But what that gives you, I lost it. It's here. What that gives you is this. So if you have nothing connected, it takes care of wallet connection for you. Just connect to that. So there's a MetaMask connection. And then it'll read out to you, looks like I'm on Cello. Get out of that. Let's go to mainnet. It'll give you your balance, and it will let you trade, including giving you the current price when it fetches. So outside of this, Uniswap also has a whole doc site to introduce you to its contracts and the SDKs to work with them. I can go over them briefly, but does anyone have any questions? This is really more of an FAQ than a directed. I started trying to go through the V3 SDK to prep a demo, but really what we do on the website isn't following this V3 SDK quick guide. Sorry, the internet's not very fast. What we do in the website is we actually mock trades through a client-side router, which I believe is a public repo that you could use if you wanted to in your project. So we mock those trades and then use that to give you a price that it's going to run at, which is where a price like this will come from. Is anyone planning on using Uniswap SDKs in their hacker projects today? Cool. Do you guys have any questions about how to use them? I can point you to docs, but a lot of the work that I do is around swapping. I would recommend using this guide, guide/providing liquidity over the V3 quick start guide, which I haven't looked through, so I don't want to just read this from the podium. Yeah, so if you have your own project and you want to make it easy to trade tokens into whatever ERC20 your project is using, you could use the widget for that. If you have your own project and you want to encourage LPing, you would need to do something more sophisticated, use the contracts directly or link out to Uniswap to do that. Yeah, so if you want to make it easy to trade a specific token, the easiest way to do that would be to grab the widget and just put it on your website and lock it into that one token. If you look at like the Friends with Benefits website, I believe they do something very similar with our widget where they just let you use it directly. If you want to do something different, like just have a little info blurb where it says the current price that it's trading at, that would require you to integrate directly with the contracts and pull that yourself. So basically, like if you have a need that's not the swap widget as it is, we would love to hear it and maybe meet that need over time. But right now the swap widget is just this guy. And this works cross-chain, so we're actually using it on the website itself. If you look at tokens, this guy on the right side is the widget. It does not do bridging. So it can only trade within one chain. Cool. This was short, and there's not that much else to go over. So I'm going to bring up the POAP code if you want to grab that before you leave. If it loads. What? And I'll be at the Uniswap booth for today and tomorrow. If you have any questions, if you have more specific questions about the docs, feel free to flag me down. I'm happy to go through any of our interface code and talk about how it works.